Alright, hello guys and welcome. Having a pretty low-key run today. The plan today is we've got tune here at 60. I've turned in all my pre-quests that I have set up for now. I've put a 30-minute penalty on the box that would apply to putting these in, and we are just going to get started. We're going to smash out Hellfire Peninsula, probably run for a couple of hours tonight, and then continue on to 64 tomorrow. So make sure the Electrics Plus is ready to go. It is. Let's start the timer and go. Hey Ray, it's good. I've just started. How you doing, mate? Finally had some time free to get this done. Finished the retail rating for the week about half an hour ago. Come on. No, I'm doing very well, thank you. As you can see, I actually got my actual account beta as opposed to borrowing someone else's, so I'm pretty happy to actually be able to test it with my own character. Sure you remember Umbra here from Classic Launch. I've already prepared a heap of stuff for launch, so they're able to sort of bring it across and test it as well. Thank you. The only downside is that the WoW Pro add-on isn't working, unfortunately. So while I've written out the routing, can't actually use it because it's just not working. But I did manage to get the recorder working, which is great. I've got routing recorded to level 64. So it's the three early zones: Hellfire, Zangarmarsh, and Telrador. No, Telrador. I've done the routing for Hellfire and Zangarmarsh. Have written out the routing for Telrador, but I'm just finishing that and just waiting to see if WoW Pro gets their add-on working for TBC. Haven't really seen them do very much with it yet, which is a little frustrating. So, not sure what's going to happen there. I haven't bothered putting the camera on because I look like something the cat dragged in today after work. What up? Hey Erds, how's it going, man? What are you doing? Finally doing an official speedrun test in beta. It's great. No complaints here, that's for sure. Clearing these out. I'll make this yourself, mate? Still playing, or are you down tools now till BC comes out? Oh, next views. Congrats, man. That's awesome. I didn't get into Nax, so I'm settling for T2, my friend. Quite happy with that. I've got most of it. Still have a few more pieces to collect. A few more items to get. A few more quests to complete. The cat. Switch from Aragorn to Fellstriker. Are you going Horde or Ally side out of curiosity? I mean, I'm assuming Alliance, but Alliance. Cool. Well, I'll be on Fellstriker for launch. I'll be transferring this character over the 60 to 70 on Fellstriker. It was a toss-up for a while between Remy and Fellstriker. I'm not too worried about it. It's very hard to gauge which is going to be better. Yeah, there's just Alliance side. I was chatting to Leshrac about this just the other day. I just can't decide. I'm sort of really struggling because Fellstriker's got a very low population and very few Horde. So, you know, in terms of competition, that's probably the lowest Oceanic server. But of course, it's still PvP. So that could be an issue, but I don't think it's going to be enough of an issue, to be honest. And yeah, like I said, most people will be dungeon leveling. The other option was Remulos, because it's PvE, but I think there's too many people. The only downside of going on Fellstriker versus Remy is that because it does have a low population, the mobs won't be quite as dense and there won't be as much benefit from dynamic respawns. Yeah, it's all relative. Obviously the charm of people doing dungeons is that once you're in the dungeons, like, you're all set. You're not going to have to deal with any competition at all. I just can't bring myself to do it. I mean, I like dungeons. I just don't want to do 70 or 80 of them to get to level 70. That doesn't. Not my idea of a good time. And then. But it'll be interesting. Either way, I'll have to make a decision soon, probably in pre-patch. I'm concerned that they may make them unavailable for transfer, or actually transfer. Like trying to do it on Aragorn would be like worst case scenario, quite frankly. For me anyway. So you can imagine how spicy it would be trying to do a solo world speedrun Aragorn Alliance side. Yeah. Well, that's what's going to happen with this character, is that it's going to be relegated to farming for the guild, and that'll be that. Most of my actual play will be Horde side on Earthrealm after the launch run. To hang out with some friends that I'd been promising all classic to play with, and I never did, so gotta pay the piper. But I still love my Aragorn guild. I'll do some farming for them for their raids. Right. And we need 3 more talismans. Most annoying ones. Spicy. What are your plans? Are you going to do a big push at launch, or are you going to just smash out dungeons with the crew? See how you go. Be more. The last 2 that never seem to drop. Skeleton come from? Please. Take a week off, depends on the numbers, but likely dungeon farm at least start. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I like it. I'll see how much leave I've got. I'm saving it up for a rainy day, so to speak. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not too sure if I'll have enough, but if I do, I'm going to take maybe 2 weeks off. A few days for the initial run, then have a little bit of a sleep, and then do the Horde side stuff. And have some downtime. But I didn't get classic. Really missed it. Definitely didn't. first one. I know the internet here's been jumping around a bit. It should stabilise. It's a little janky. Got some opinions all of its own lately. Weather's been quite poor. Affects it because I'm running off the mobile. Just too far away. Mostly just farming mats up for ults. Considering running multiple alchemy ults. That's a good play. I've definitely heard that from a few of my buddies. Starting to get a little bit optimized in terms of what ults they're going to use, and transmutes is definitely one of the things that has come up a few times. Okay, last one. From my end, I don't know so much about transmutes because I think there'll be a few people doing them. I'm kind of leaning more towards the raw material farming, to be honest. Just because people are going to be using a ton of mats, like it's going to be ludicrous. In terms of getting rich though, that'll be Horde side. Yeah, that's exactly the plan. Good armor. So yeah, the only tricky part with that is, apart from farming for the Alliance guild on Aragorn, the majority of my playtime is going to be Horde side. That's why I was thinking take 2 weeks, because I'm going to need to have a little rest, and then I need to level up my Horde tune on Earth Fury. That's going to keep me busy, for sure. I think raw materials, especially herbs, is going to be crazy. Like getting to 70 early and a flying mount is going to be OP. The difficulty, of course, being that all my funds are Alliance side on Door side. Not sure how that's gonna look, but yes. I'm not gonna go too crazy. Hey Eyeball, how you doing? See ya, suckers. Yeah, this fellweed and stuff is going to be insane. I do have herbing on this character, but not testing it out. One year at all, not too. Got too much other stuff to do, you know? I loot that. Joys of NA servers when you're in Australia. 300 MS guaranteed. Don't even need I don't even need the add-on to tell me. I can feel it. You run herbing and skinning to level and drop herbing for leatherworking. Yeah, I see a lot of people calling for like not hide leather. That could be a really good play as well. Like just smash to 70 and then come into the leveling zones and just start skinning everything. Would be pretty insane. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. So you want to look for the area where people are trying to level but aren't taking the time to level up their professions, and just basically just, you know, traipse along behind them and yeah, just farm the leather. Elemental plateau is going to be done for because you can get up there without a flying mount. I think legit if you wanted to just if you just wanted to like you know, farm mats early at launch, get to the plateau with some of your mates early and just start farming the shit out of that while people are leveling. Oh. Can't burn me if you're dead. Hey Lost, how you doing? I saw you nip in earlier and do a cheeky follow. My apologies for before. Unfortunately, my computer was hooked up to the wrong internet and I had to disconnect the stream to sort that before I could get back on. So sorry about that. But it's very nice of you to jump back in. How you doing? They considered transferring as a guild, but the value of farming early game on Fellstrucker, yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, it's not going to cost any different to do it later than do it now, you know what I mean? So, I mean, if that's something that the guild decides to do, legit, you could, just, you know, get it all farmed up and then move as a guild. I saw my tweet but had an appointment, so he jumped in. Oh, that's very nice of you. I haven't been on as much as I would like. I'm trying to make up for it. Been an insanely busy couple of weeks. I'm very appreciative of the fact that someone let me borrow Beta for a couple of weeks to start practicing, and even more appreciative that another friend managed to get me onto the Beta just before the weekend. Cheers, mate. It's really good to see you too. I want to hear more about what your guild's doing. I'll catch you later, man. We're doing our first official practice speed run now that I actually have beta, so I can use my own character. It's got a little bit of gear. I preloaded the pre-quests and put on a half-hour penalty for those turn-ins. I have tested the routing for Hellfire and Zangar and Terracar, so on, without pre-quests, so that'll work regardless of whether you have them or not. But obviously from my side of things, preloading is a big benefit in terms of leveling speed when BC comes out. Quarantined because of corona symptoms. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Hopefully it's not too severe. We have had a few guild buddies, not here in Australia but overseas, that had managed to catch the dreaded Rona, and it's taking a long time to get over it. So hopefully yours isn't as bad as theirs. You're dying for a beta invite to get your mind off. I totally feel your pain. It's easy for me to say that now that I've managed to get into beta, but I know that like the first couple of weeks when it was out and I didn't have it, I was frothing at the mouth about not having it. It was just killing me. I 110% know how that feels. Yeah, it's very painful. People don't understand. It's like, you know, that little meme of let me in. Like you just want to be able to you just want to be able to go and play, you know? And it drives you nuts because there's people that are playing it that just like, you know, it's like, what are they doing on there? They like play for like 5 minutes and then pull the pin. You do? Well, I don't know if any of it's any help to you, but I'm always open to anything people want to have tested, particularly around leveling or hunters. So, you know, if there's some burning stuff, by all means, let me know and hit me up. If I'm doing a timed run like I am at the moment, I generally won't test it. But there's a lot of other stuff I do. I've got a couple of other tunes that I have on the beta at the moment for testing. So yeah, more than happy to check some stuff out. But it would be even better if you got in, hey? Not my finest run. Whole bunch more overseers. Leveling on a PvP server. Hang on. Some friends, you're mostly dungeon grind. Try that 1 week car run. Yep, you and a lot of other buddies. The numbers coming back for the dungeon runs are looking really good. Yeah, do it, I think. So the numbers, depending on the sort of gear that you have and how aggressive your crew is and how organized you are, is running anywhere from about 250 to about 350 K XP per hour. And I'm not 100% sure, but they did increase the dungeon cap on the beta to 50 dungeons per day. So realistically speaking, like, you can pretty much do dungeons whole day, get some sleep, jump back on and do it all again. So yeah, I don't know whether that's for beta testing though, or if that's gonna, oops, sorry, excuse me, hiccups, or if that is going to be the number of dungeons per day they're going to allow for in this auto. Don't want to send me city place. So yeah, we'll see. But the dungeon grind, the solo mage grind in dungeons is sitting around 400k XP per hour. Did I note somewhere how much rep I'm getting by questing? Not quest by quest, but the routing that I have done for Honor Hold, I actually changed it to make sure that you get your rep to friendly during this section that we're doing right now. I think I should be at friendly now. I am. Because some of the quests in on a whole don't actually become available until you're friendly. So I changed the routing around a little bit to just to get that done. Are you thinking of like rep in terms of you know, the questing side of things, or are you after particular rewards? If you want to check the honor on like the questing in specifically, as you can see, like I actually leave the this window open during the stream, so if you really need it, you can actually just go back through the VOD and pull it without too much trouble. Need to be revered for Nightbane and which work out getting honoured by dungeon standing. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, I haven't kept a specific track of it, I'll be honest. I dare say it'll get updated at some stage on one of the, like on Wowhead or something like that at some stage. So I guess it's up to you. I mean, if you want to sort of dig through the numbers as I do these quests and like grab it, you can, because I pretty much do most of the quests here in on a hold on this routing. But should be fairly readily available, I think, with a little time and not very much effort on your part. What you could do is, I think I've still got one of the prior runs up where I did the route through Hellfire. It's possible I can have a bit of a cheeky look and just sort of see what the reputation is on that character now. Yeah, it goes up pretty quick. So you get to neutral as you come in. And yeah, just a handful of quests will get you to friendly. And I think honoured by the time sort of are heading towards Zengamash. But I'd need to check. It's a significant amount of rep though. And then of course you've got the PvP dailies, which have just been activated or made available on the beta. From speaking to a few people, making plans to do the rep runs, It certainly looks like getting all your dungeon questing done and like getting it to as high as you can through dungeons and then coming out and doing the quest seems to be the best way to go. I can't recall exactly where it stops, but I think there's only like you can't get past Honored in the dungeons. And then I think you have to do, I think some of the quests will, I have not tested this, I should preface that, I have not tested this, but I'm expecting that you know, if you get like capped for your rep doing normal dungeons, crash mobs don't give rep past on it. Alright, there you go. Oh. Did I kill that last servant? I'm sure I had. Oh no, it's completed. Alright, cool. Dungeon rep stops 1 point from Honored Ray. Okay, there you go. So the only thing I haven't checked is whether doing quests after that will continue to award you reputation past Honored. I'm assuming it does, but I don't know for sure. Let's take a quick stop here. Redo everything. But I'm expecting that what would happen is that you would grind your dungeons until you got to nearly Honored. Then you go out and you do all your quests, and then you would go, and I think you can't do the heroic versions until you're 70. Is that right? You'll have to bear with me that I don't know, because all the work I've been doing has been on like world quest leveling, not dungeons. Do you need to be 70 before you can do heroics? Or is it just that you need to get the key? And it's only one person needs to get the key, right? Or am I confusing things? I've only been sort of keeping an eye on the dungeon stuff sort of out the corner of my eye, to be perfectly honest. I think there were people hitting heroic, so is it just a reputation thing then? Yeah, see myself. Yeah, I didn't either. I'm trying to be a little cautious because there's been a lot of misinformation and I just don't want to add to the noise. You have to have your own key. So is it not a case like UBRS where only one person needs a key? You all need it. Something you saw in Discord. Yeah, so I'm very cautious at the moment. Not that I think that people want to deliberately put bad information out there, but there definitely is a lot of bad information out there for sure. So unless I've done it myself or I have seen it, like, you know, secondhand from someone that I know, like, I don't put it down as being gospel. As a general rule of thumb, if I say something just so on the beta, it's because I've tested it. If I don't know, then I'll say I don't know. But if I saw it from someone else that I know is reputable, then that's what I'll pass on. And there's just a lot of bad information. Things like, oh, you know, the AQ tokens. You know, and people saying, yes, you can, no, you can't. And they like hadn't even like gone in there, hadn't seen a video. It was just like Chinese whispers, you know. Yeah, they were. Well, actually, you know what? They weren't. I'm gonna say no. There was a lot of Chinese whispers going on about the tokens. There was a lot of, oh, the gates aren't even open. Oh, the gates are open. You can't get in. You can get in. The raid is bugged. The raid's not bugged. You know, a friend of a friend went in and saw and it worked. You know, blah, blah, blah. Gonna be a bit spicy. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn it. Rip buffs. Anyway, it doesn't matter to you that much. You're not prepping that hard on your characters. We'll have 20 quests to turn in and that's it. I am prepping that hard. Having said that, I don't have quests I intend to turn in for AQ because I have all the Silithus quests to turn in. So it kind of precludes getting the reputation up to be able to turn in all of the AQ stuff. I'm fine with that. But you know, it's one of those things. I mean, I had some insignias ready to test if we really needed to test it. But then I finally managed to actually track down a video of someone doing it. And yeah, no XP. There is XP for, like, you know, the armor turn-ins the first time and stuff like that, the armor quests, but not for the tokens, as it should be. Alright, this is a bit of bad luck that it resisted my pain death. I've got to kill this dude again. Kind of annoying. As you can see, the named quest mobs have got a pretty quick respawn. It's partly my fault. I was paranoid that someone was going to go in and steal my kill. That's happened a few times. Trying to get this portal closed, woman. Well, I'll have the routing for BC out for launch. It's fairly linear the way that the actual questing plays out from region to region, so if you need it, you'll be able to use that without too much drama to get through the quests and get the rep part done. Found a Google Doc online claiming 500k. Yeah, I've got that as well. Oops. Yeah. You can do 500k. Just the ones I've got banked up at the moment is about 260k. I've still got a swag more to up. They're still coming for us. On a bike. Don't normally have this much trouble getting out of this area. Yeah, it's legit. Yeah, absolutely, it's legit. It's not doing anything funky. There's a lot of quests that you can like grab the stuff to turn in because it's not like soulbound. It's totally legit. So if you want to do that to save yourself some questing time at launch, it's not against terms of service to do it, not by a long shot. It's perfectly legit. So we're friendly now. Dunk. Oh. Scientific restocking. Oh great, well I buffed the innkeeper, that was really useful, honestly. So to give you an example, like in Silithus, you've got the quest for like the Abyssal Signet, Abyssal Crest, Abyssal Scepter. You can pick all those items up on the auction house and then use them to do the quest turn-ins. You can just leave them in your bag. Brand Bronzebeard's Lost Letter, which is a drop in Silithus as well. You can hang on to that. It's an item in your bags that you don't need to accept the quest for until you're going to go turn it in. And the whole swag of them. Can move that a little. to say that these guys have respawned up here. Three more. Spawned. Good shot. Hey Chaz, how you doing? Yeah, it'd be pretty nice, wouldn't it? Imagine that as a wonderful feature that you can like just stop and collect every arrow. How you doing, mate? Had a nice weekend. Right. Thought we have one more respawn up here somewhere. I see one more. Trying to get this cleared out so I can get back in without all these guys respawning. Then I'm gonna, oops, just on an hour 40 to what? Not too terrible. Hey Lost, no worries mate. Gotta help the missus, very important. Yeah, we're belting through it now. The second time I run this through, I'll actually do the pre-quests and then I'll do the second half of Hellfire. See how that goes, time-wise. Like, one of the ideas with the pre-questing is to just avoid the pack. So if we can avoid the pack that way, that'll be good. Carrot on now? I do. Furs on. I need to check to see what stacks. I've got talent here in Beast Mastery, this one here. Animal Handler increases your speed while mounted by 8%. I actually use this because it increases the pet chance to hit by 4%. That's really the main reason to use it. And but I don't know how that stacks or not with let's steal my egg. Look at this. Pick up this guy's nerve. He's like, I'm just gonna steal these eggs, man. Fuck yeah. That's a bit rude, isn't it? Doesn't matter too much. The big ravagers drop eggs. This is going to run over and collect that egg as well. Iffy, mate. Pretty poor form, if you ask me. Gotta be careful on these edges. Can't get up, but an untimely jump in the wrong place will not end well. Come on. This guy's stealing all my eggs. That was just rude. Biffy, if you're watching, you're a bad boy. Hey Chatty, how's it going, man? Secret squirrel business. Pre-quests, mate. This is the first run with actual beta. So I've turned in the pre-quests. The what that looks like at the moment, because I've actually farmed them on my classic toon. They're about halfway ready to go. So I've turned in the ones that I've already done. Came to a tidy about 260k XP. And took about half an hour without any special summons, just flying around. How far was I once? How far was I? Yeah, 260,000 XP. Yeah, it took about half an hour to turn everything in that I had, just like flying and boats and heavy, nothing special. So not a bad benefit, definitely. Still have a lot more to finish, especially in terms of dungeon groups and things like that. So this guy doesn't know how quickly these eggs respawn, I reckon. Okay, rustle up some eggs. Just bear with the internet as well here, guys. Sunny WA had a cyclone come in over the top of Perth on the weekend. The weather's still a little rough and weird, to say the least. As you know, I run my internet and stream off a mobile phone. When the weather gets funky like this, it can be a little eccentric, to say the least. told you today about the state of questing versus dungeon spamming. So dungeons will be the fastest way to level unless you are a AoE mage. At the moment, the AoE mages are coming up on top just in terms of raw DPS. A good solid mage can do about 400k XP an hour sustained from dungeon to dungeon solo. A very competent, experienced and geared group of dungeoneers will net a little less than that, maybe about 300, 350 XP an hour. The average Joes like me, you're probably looking at about 250 to about 250k XP per hour in dungeons. And then I'd probably say from the questing side of things, that's normally sitting somewhere around 160 to 180k XP per hour in the open. They're all reasonably fast. Dungeons are definitely the way to go if you are wanting to get set up for doing heroics and raiding guild. No worries at all. World first is probably going to be somewhere between the dungeon spammers and the solo mages that are dungeon spamming. And then you got the old fogies like me. I'll be more than happy to spend my time speedrunning open world quests. You took notes. You're skeptical of questing being that slow. Questing's not that slow. You know, it's still like fast compared to what most people would do, to be honest. The thing with dungeons is question mark about how many, what the cap is going to be per day. At the moment, as you know, on Classic, it's 30 a day is the cap. On the BC beta, they had gone to 50 dungeons a day on BC because the dungeons here are actually substantially shorter than the classic ones. With a competent crew, you know, this guy is going to cream me because he's going to turn this way. I think. Don't go that way. Can't remember which way he turns. I think he's going to come back this way. Yeah, so on the beta, the dungeon cap is currently 50. I'm going to assume that's what they're going to leave it at. If they do that, you've got a competent crew. Realistically speaking, you could, like, you know, non-stop do dungeons for, like, you know, 18 or 20 hours and a day and not run out. Yeah, so that's why I was saying, like, dungeon spamming is probably going to be the best way to tackle BC when it comes out, because it will give you the rep that you need to Honoured, and then you can go and top that up with quests afterwards in the zone. If you go as far as to not quest until you're 70, that will net you a lot of gold instead of experience, which I'm pretty sure you'll say is, you know, not necessarily a bad thing. And of course it'll put you in a good position for getting, you know, the reps that you need for your rating. Depending on what your guild's goals are, of course, will probably determine how hard you go at it. Personally, for launch, I enjoy the world questing solo meta, so that's how I'm going to speedrun. And then after that, then I'll just play the game with friends, horde side in the guild, and that'll probably be just a mix, both. Not even going to do the dungeons once for the quest start. Not gonna bother. I'm saving myself. I'm saving my dungeon virginity for horde side with the guild. The story is, like, obviously being an Aussie, I play on Aragorn on the Oceanic servers, and have done for quite some time. But I've also got friends that play that are like NA players that are on NA horde side, and I've been promising them all classic that I would spend time with them and play, and I never quite finished leveling my horde toon or doing anything with them. So they'll pay my dues. I said to them that I will come and play primarily there this expansion. And I promised, so I have to do it. I'm sure we'll have a great time. But yeah, I'll save the dungeons for something fresh to experience with friends. Questing is funner than dungeon spamming to me as well, but being alone is rough if you want to. I think it just depends on what you want. Like, so I've got my ducks lined up in a row. Like my guild here on Aragorn, you know, I don't think I'm even, you know, of a rank that you would call me a casual raider, because I've not raided very much in Classic, apart from with my healer, and even that was a little sporadic. I could not quite get the handle of it. I didn't commit enough time to doing it either. I was always being distracted by other stuff. But the guild, the horde side guild that I'm playing with on BC, you know, they're not overly casual either, but they know me quite well, and I know I'll have a spot in there. I'll commit a little bit more to playing, and I have to say, I mean, I've been really enjoying the way that the hunter feels in BC. Like, that's felt quite good, so, you know, I'm quite inclined to actually try playing dungeons and raiding with this. If I do, it'll be pretty much some of the first DPS that I've done in dungeons and raids. I only started doing any sort of DPS stuff in dungeons and raids gearing this toon up for BC launch, ironically. I wouldn't say I'm much good at it, but I'm better than I was. So it feels like a completely different animal on BC. I don't know what class you're playing. I can only say, like, you know, BC is probably one of the better expansions in terms of like improving a lot of stuff that they didn't get quite right in Classic or in Vanilla back in the day. Some things they definitely got wrong in BC. You know, the mob spacing for starters in Hellfire leaves a lot to be desired, but it's a lot more fun to play. We expect 2 groups of 5 will join for the first Kara on day 3. There's already a group, so I made my move fast. Start the second group. That's it, start the group, man. That's the only way you're guaranteed to get some stuff. But it just depends on, you know, what does the gameplay mean to you? Is it about getting to Kara first and that race to down it first? Or is it hanging out with your mates and just chilling? Or yeah, and that's what I've seen as well. A lot of people that would probably prefer to quest are going to be crammed into dungeons. And I'm going to be fair here. People are going to say, oh, you know, it's the game design that makes you do that. And it's not true in this case. People decide to do that. They get a bad case of FOMO. And they do some crazy ass shit like that. It is a little bit like Classic to me in a way, in that most of the game is in the open world, and I don't know, people just decide that they want to absolutely bypass everything like in order to min-max, and I can think of a more horrible way to play a game. That's why I'm doing it this way. I'm going to quest 70 and enjoy that run and see how fast I can do it. And then when that's done and I've had a little nap, I'll do it all again horde side and be a bit fresh for these dungeons, and you know, the pressure will be off because the initial wave done, and we'll just have some fun, you know. Someone's arguing. It looks like someone's arguing about the dungeon time. Hang on. What did I say? 50 a day is more than enough. Let's see, it's carrying on. Here we go. Yeah, not exactly confirmed on the 50. That's again one of those things that people are banding about and just thinking that it's canon. What are these doing? 3 more. Apparently vengeance will not be mine. Also the same thing. I love those big cat crits. well. Well, this should actually... The mana regen is still broken, unfortunately. What they get, people want like the Ravagers. So I was like, oh, Ravagers, Biz, blah blah blah. You know. Cat's so nice though. Hey, scumbag, how are you? Smashing it out, mate. Yeah, I'm doing good. Just finished retail raiding for the week. And I had a little bit of time spare, so I thought I'll get a head start on speedrunning. Now that I actually have my own beta account. Much hype. Hey Dan, how's it going, man? Evening, morning to you too, my friend. So the big news, if you hadn't caught it on Twitter or on Discord, is that I got my own beta thanks to a friend. What's the trick to getting a beta? Have your friends that know friends of friends take pity on you 2 weeks in and put you out of your misery by putting your name up. Blizzard didn't give me that access either, so rip to both of us, I guess. Look how slow this regen is, it's pathetic. Get poisoned now. Yeah, you and me both, Dan. I can tell you, hand on heart, like yourself, I've played since vanilla, and I've only ever gotten into, betas like at like 5 days before it's due to come out or something ridiculous like that. All the other beta access I have ever had has been thanks to friends that have let me borrow their account to do some testing, or in this case, just taking pity on me. Definitely need to stop. No worries, see you soon, Lost. Thanks for dropping in. It's really nice to see you and meet you. But I did let you in on Diablo Immortal, scumbag. Congrats. Go you. Chatty, you played since vanilla. The only bit I just got was one that I paid to a guildie in... Oh yeah, you remember when you used to be able to like buy access? Someone would get a key and you like legit just buy the key off them. I used to do that. Like I just did not give a toss. It was just like, just let me in. Like beg, borrow, or steal an account. The thing that thing that let me try that English. The thing that legitimately surprises me these days, though, is that they've had so many betas. You'd think they'd have a pretty solid list by now of people, you know, that did add-ons and all that kind of stuff. Like, you'd think they'd pretty much have that down pat by now. There's quite a few add-on authors I know of that haven't had access yet, and it's been out for like coming up 3 weeks now. Can a hunter solo slave pins? I have no idea, Chaz. Like, I have done 0 with dungeons. Quite honestly. Getting the hang of the buttons. Yeah, I have not even looked, but I'd be the wrong person to ask, Kaz, because I just haven't tested any dungeons. I haven't even set foot in a BC dungeon. Looked at a BC dungeon. Looked at a video of a BC dungeon. You know, you get the hint. Park here and drink. Get it before it spits me. It does include the pre-launch quests, but not all of them, Dan. Just the ones that I've already farmed on Classic. So it's about 260k XP's worth. Just Silithus and Eastern Plaguelands. No summoners, just sort of like flying back and forth and boat and stuff like that. Took about half an hour. So obviously it would be a fair bit quicker with some summoners. Need one more crust burster and I just need peaks after that. Got your Oni and Neff head last night, grats man. I still need to get mine, but they're like going at about 500 gold at the moment, so I'll get them next week instead. I need to transfer some more gold from my farming account to my raiding account. So I was like, I think I was down to my last like 1500 gold or something on my raiding toon, so I didn't want to like spend it all in case I needed it. But I'm now 5 of 8 on my T2 set. Got a new bow. So, got rings, got presters. So, pretty happy. No, it's not much worse. And you know, I haven't even set foot in Nax. So, you know, just if I was a gambling girl, I'd say pre-patch will be out in maybe another 3 weeks. So there's just not enough time. Yeah, it was a sweet and it was expensive. And the irony is that, like, this is just going to be a farming tune once it gets to 70. That's kind of tragic, but, you know, it's all good. How many more of these do I need? One more. Oh no, I finished it. That was the last one I needed. Really good. Do this one for fun. Yeah, so yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You're in the same boat. Okay, so let's get. So what we're doing here, I did the pre-quest. I finished up at 260,000 XP in, and then just continued from the start of Hellfire Peninsula to do this routing. We'll have a look and see what time that looks like with this gear, and then after that, on the next run, I will actually do the second half of Hellfire first, and go straight to Zengar, and then we'll have a look and see what that looks like. I need to stop and actually recharge here. Mainly because the cat needs food. That's like my priority here. So I'm going to do this evening, because it's getting a little bit late, I'm going to finish this section here. And then I'm gonna park it for tonight and then pick this back up tomorrow night. I was gonna leave this to start the run tomorrow night, but like I had like a couple of hours spare, and honestly, time is at such a premium at the moment. It's like I just don't want to waste it. Oh, thanks, scumbag. I'm not going right this very second. I'm just letting you guys know. Why are these guys respawning on the spot? Unusual. Does add mana, that's why he's running up. Thanks for dropping in though, scumbag. It's really good to see you guys. Tomorrow will be a few hours push. At the moment, I'm just leveling them up to 64. I've got one at 64 now. I'll run this one to 64, and then I'll run one more 64, and then we'll smash out 3 levels to 67 on each one after the other. Then we'll do 67 to 70. I contacted the guys at WoWPro, the WoWPro guide add-on, see if they were going to have something out working for beta. I don't think they've even started, to be honest. They've got like one person apart from myself that's in, and they've not given me a very definite idea of what they're doing with the add-on for BC, which is a shame because I managed to get their recording app working on the beta. So I did record the route for the first 4 levels. No, I don't want him. Oh well, he's coming down now apparently. but I can't actually get. Yes, I've recorded the first 4 levels, but I just can't get the add-on to work in beta. There's a fairly good chance I'll have to redo it anyway because quest IDs are probably different. Right. Oh, the respawns. What's going on? Get my head around it. Oh, he's got. Had to chicken out of that one because I was going to get pureed. I don't want to run back. Yeah, these guys are just insta-respawning. It's ridiculous. Don't know why. No one else in the area. Strange. Charged. You're at a crossroads, Dan. You'd like to route yourself after you calculate what level. Me. Like to rate yourself. But no. Yeah. Oh, here comes the footman as well. Why not? What's going on with the respawns here? Hang on a second. This is new. Not how this area normally behaves, so weird. So I just need underfootman and too late. So you'd like to rate yourself after you calculate what level you'll be up to the hand-ins, plus 50 dungeons and run, but no beta. I don't know what's going on with their invites. It's all very strange. I can't make heads or tails of it. I can't help you much with access, my friend, but if you know, some of the routing work at least for the open world is of use to you, then that's good. I think the hardest part, Dan, is just not enough time. I think honestly, like, even for me, like doing work on like private servers and then being given the opportunity to do some beta access thanks to a friend before I got access and so on, even with that benefit, like it just feels like there's not going to be enough time. Bitch, how you doing? I need to catch you, but apparently I have to be a responsible adult and work and family and stuff. It's a bit rude. How you doing? Yeah. Try working full time with 2 very old dogs and the family. Oh boy. I just need 3 footmen. They mess them up. Where are you coming from? You picked a good time to drop in, Lich. I was actually just gonna finish up for the evening. It's just shy of midnight here. Really getting a bit of a head start on doing a big chunk of this run tomorrow night. Doing my 24-hour stream today? No. I don't do 24-hour streams unless I'm speedrunning. At my age, I don't bounce back from those as easy as I used to. At my advanced age, in my dotage. Yeah, that's right. What level are you now? You're getting there pretty quick. $33, yay! You're a quarter of the way there. That's not bad. I'm in 34 on the road. Well, that's the other thing too, because you're leveling 2 of them. It's going to take you forever. But you got a hunter as well, don't you? Yeah, you're a quarter of the way there, I'm afraid. You're halfway there at about level 45. See, this is the problem, Lich. It's like, say you got to hurry up and get to level 60 and you've got like 5 toons that you're leveling all at the same time. And you're wondering why you're not 60 yet. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, I'm just saying that it's like, it's a thing. Curious as to when I think launch is going to be, Dan. I'm probably going to say, let's say pre-patch in about 3 weeks. So early May. And I think we're going to see release mid-June. They are working pretty hard on fixing the issues in the beta at the moment. There's still a fair way to go, but considering that, I mean, Classic launched with the whole pile of bugs, can't see that they would stop doing that for BC. It's definitely in like a playable condition now. Like if they launched it tomorrow, it would be fine. Well, fine-ish. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Let's just give you a roast. It's tough love, okay? It's tough love. I'm just letting you know. Like, don't at me going, oh, you know, I need to get to 60. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Don't at me saying, I've got to get to 60, and just like, next minute I'm like looking at your stream and you've like rolled another character. He's like, oh, I don't know why I'm 60. It's like 12 tune. It's like level 25. It's like, I wonder why you're not 60. Like one of every sort, like a box of chocolates. You can't pick one. It's like it's got to have them all. Yeah. I rest my case. Man. I guess would have been late July, early August, Dan. Yeah, look, I think I would have said July, but there seems to have been some complications with 9.1. So I think 9.1 is going to come out after BC. If it's going to come out after BC, they'll pour some resources into BC to pump that out. I know like Activision's quarterly meetings, the ones at last quarter, not this quarter just finished because that shareholders meeting hasn't happened yet, but the one before at December, like they just keep going on and on and on about how Blizzard wants to push out more content to the players more frequently. Term that kept coming up, more frequent supply of content, so that's what's leading me towards it coming out sooner rather than later. Hey Duck, I'm not up early, I'm up late. It's midnight. And hello to you, how are you? I'm gonna give myself a huge ass yawn. By the way, if you hear me calling Duck Salt Benji, it's because it's Benji. Staying with your priest though, you think, Lich? Let me just save that. I'm gonna take a screenshot, mate. And then when I see your rogue at like level 52 or something stupid like that, I'm not gonna say anything to you. I'm just gonna drop a cut and paste, mate. Okay. It's gonna happen. Might as well just accept it. What time for you to prep? And me too, Dan. I honestly don't know. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. I mean, that was the original schedule. I haven't seen anything that would suggest that they're going to change it. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, Lich, you need to come to PAX Oz. There, you're too far away. Is Patty and I are both going this year. So we'll be at PAX Oz and hanging out together, having the bevies. when it's in October, I'm gonna go over there for a few days. My wow hubby and co-podcaster Crazy coming for the ride, hopefully, if all goes well, and Patty will have Josh there as well. Got a few other buddies that will turn up there, and we'll do what we did a couple of years ago. Just hijack a watering hole and meet up and drink a lot of stuff. What do you mean? What do you mean? What is a bevy? A beverage, a drink, a pint. I don't know. What do you guys call it? A beer. I do not know what a bevy is, and you guys are weird. Yeah, probably. Like the tickets only just came out, so we'll be rustling out, seeing who's going to come. I'm hoping to see a few faces. In October, yeah, it's spring, beautiful time of year. Although it is Melbourne, so no promises, but yeah, no, it's a wonderful time of year. Dates will be getting colder and miserable. Probably be down like for the zombie apocalypse by that stage. Another 6 months. Well, they do have the vaccine rolling out at a rate of knots, so might be okay. But we're still going to go zombie apocalypse because it sounds cool. You are welcome here anytime. You don't even need an excuse, mate. You just let us know that you're coming over and we will sort you right out. Got a guest room, we'll drag you out to see the quokkas. Go grab a whole bunch of mates and get smashed. Do some shitty karaoke somewhere. We have a standing invite for our gaming buddies. Just like if you're gonna make it all the way over here, we will look after you. Don't you worry about that. That's just how it works. And when I say look after you, I mean like in a proper house guest kind of way, not a weird method kind of way. Oh. Yeah, you say that now, Lich. Oh, that's so nice. It's like next thing you know, you're like sitting down for your dining meal with your with your plate of chow and your beer, and the Reigns of Castamere suddenly starts playing, and you're wondering what's going on. Which one? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you're sitting there with your chow and your bevy, and you're like, and then you hear this do 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 do, all Game of Thrones style, and you're just like, hang on a second. And it's like you start making your way towards the door, but you can't get out because the attack spiders are outside and the drop bears. Many moons ago, when Crazy came over to WA, he's in Adelaide, which is not that far away, but he came over to WA for a university sports thing. I can't remember what it was. This was ages ago. So, of course, we planned to catch up while he was here, and the easiest way to do it, because I was working at the time, he came and I went and picked him up from the uni. To drag him over for a barbie we were having, and his mates were certain that, like, because we actually hadn't met, we only just spent like years knowing each other in the guild, that I must be some sort of axe murderer, and that he was gonna, like, his death was imminent, which was quite funny. Needless to say, he did survive, but only just. Oh my god, the leveling guide, how funny was that? I was just like, well, shit, man. If only I knew that it was that easy. Oh my god. I can get why people like post stuff like that, going, oh, you know, why would you pay for a guide when, you know, just give it an hour and you'll get something for free. It's just like, let me think. Oh, I know, those fantastic guides that are apparently available for free that have actually been lifted from copyrighted guides. Oh my god. It's just like, fuck, man. I didn't know, like, if I just sit around and like do nothing, like a fucking 80-page guide is just gonna fucking appear out of nowhere and just land in front of me just at launch, just like fucking magic. Like, it's amazing. Like, that was the best news I'd ever heard. I was like, what? I don't know why the fuck, you know, am I spending all this time doing this the hard way when it's just gonna fucking magically appear if I just wait? Oh, people, man. Swear to God. It's like, if you ever played let's say the old vanilla servers, the vanilla private servers, and you used an add-on called Vanilla Guide, which is a free add-on that's got like 1 to 60 for Horde and 1 to 60 for Alliance on there. So Horde side on Vanilla Guide is lifted from Joanna's leveling guide, which is a paid guide, and Alliance side, it's can't remember his name now, Brian something, but Brian Kopp's Alliance leveling guide, which was also a paid leveling guide back in the day. And what happened was that Joanna and Brian were not active for a long period of time, and even though their guides were copyrighted, people just decided that they didn't have to pay, and then people just decided that the guides must be free. And like, I know this because I do guides, so I know the fucking history of these guides. And I know that people just lifted them for free when they were like paid fucking guides in the day. And I'm just reading this tweet going, oh, really? That's how it works. Okay. Yeah, fuck, man. That's brilliant. Yeah, legend. I wonder how that's going to happen. Oh. People do not understand how long it takes. I'm not having a moan. Honestly, I'm not. But I'm just gobsmacked that people don't understand how long it takes to write a guide for leveling in WoW. I'm not joking when I said 3,000 hours. And the rest is like not gonna get fucked if you stand there, mate. Don't want to watch this train wreck. Run, Forrest! He's coming for ya. He's gonna turn in a sec. Ah, shit. Little error. Hang on. Ah, where is it? You can accept that as well. What song is this one? This is Mother by Sunny Lax. It's very mellow. And this is Flares by Mike St. Jules. I should get on my horse here, but I can't even. Yeah, for sure, man. I've spent way too much time in your stream just because like the music's been like jamming. Watch, this pet's gonna run off in a sec. Oh no, it hasn't. Oh, that makes a nice change. Yeah, so like I'm reading this tweet going, fuck man, it's just like, this is just insane. I'll give you an idea. Like I was talking to Joanna the other day, and actually I'm halving. Actually no, I'm not halving from here. That's what I changed last. Normally would half, and if I half now, I don't have to half later when I need it. So you can't wait to get your free lifted leveling guide on launch. Yeah. So I was talking to Joanna the other day, and he's currently working maybe 10 to 14 hours a day, just revamping the guide for BC. Because he does paid guides, same as I do, and I have to send in the tweet. Like, I'll have to send it to him because it's going to be fucking funny watching his reaction. I know what he's going to say. Yeah, I will, for sure. So Joanna's 40 as well. So, like, he's also old. Haha. And you know, he's been around, and it's so funny. Like he's so over it. He's so over that shit. It's just hilarious to just you can hear the eye roll whenever that kind of stuff appears. It's so funny. 40 is decrepit, man. What are you talking about? Like 40 is ancient. I'm going the other way now. Because you took objection to the whole spring chicken thing, so now you're just going to be old. Eat my snagger here while I'm waiting. See, look, this guy's for you. They're never happy. You tell them they're a spring chicken and they get all up in arms going, I'm not a spring chicken. And you say 40's old, and they're like, 40's not old. Alright, you tell me, mate, is it the Goldilocks zone? Is it the Goldilocks zone? Not too young and not too old? Hang on, I need to start killing things. Stand in the middle, cat. Come here. I'll kill everything. Waste man, it just takes forever. What's that? You need to take your zipper frame outside and go for a walk? That sounds like a good idea. You can yell at the sky. Or, you know, tell the kids down at the local servo about how it was in your day before the internet. Back in my day, if I needed to find someone's number, I had to get the white pages out and read it up by their surname. Back when I was a kid, if I wanted to talk to my friends, I had to sit on the floor and talk to them because there was a cord on the phone on the wall. Woohoo! Am I cutting too close to home now? I'm sorry. Oh, this quest reminds me of like when you come in at 2 AM after a heavy night out on the terps and you're going to come out and just like the bathrooms, just, it's not good. Played on the internet when you were 12, bless. Oh my god, those AOL, did you, I used to rapidly get those free internet CDs and just abuse the heck out of them so I could have internet, and half the time they wouldn't work properly. God knows what I did to the PCs that I had it on, but you know, you just got to do what you got to do with your 5 minutes of free internet. We're done. Chow. Kitty. This is my original classic run to 60 cat. Well, it's a copy obviously because we're on beta, but I should be reading my notes, but I'm just... yet. I am YOLOing. I'm just getting stuck on everything now. Jesus Christ. Give it another 5 years, Lich, and this is what you've got to look forward to in your dotage. Start running into the walls, going, oh, I don't understand what's happening. Down. Alright. Nah, see, that's not how it works. Like, you just gotta blame it on old age. Alright. Party time. Yes. Get him. Yes. Release the hounds! They're still chasing me, that's a bit rude. Oh, your master. Rip. Oh, thanks, buddy. All right. Find the temple. I'm praying that don't let that one get out, because they'll do what they did on Classic and make it so that the sentries don't attack him, and then I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. But a free leveling guide in return for your silence. I do a great job of keeping this all on the down low. I tell you what, Lich, just wait for an hour after BC and I've been told that a guide will just magically appear. You'll be all set. You don't even need me. It's just gonna appear like manna from the heavens. It'll be a magical, wonderful thing. I just can't get over it. It was just the most amazing thing I've ever read. My jaw literally dropped. I was just like, wow. Oh, really? Yeah, it's a thing. You know what churches are like? They like all their special names for like bread and shit. I can say that because I'm Roman Catholic. Like, they like to be special. By the way, this is where you get your first aid. You're making jokes. Unbelievable. I tend to rely heavily on everyone else making jokes because I'm not very good at them. Going down. And oh, that's good. That works for me. Keep making them jokes because I'm not very, like I said, I'm not very good at the whole joke thing. But I very much appreciate them. You mean your way through life to try it, right? That's definitely one way to do it, hey? You like a good meme. Some of my favourite people are the people that, you know, when people put up posts and they're kind of funny, and then like, you know that if it's got like a lot of likes that the first response is going to be an absolute cracker, and like you go and check it and it's just like 100 times funnier than the original post. My favourite thing. It makes me so happy. Hey Cybernight, good morning. How are you? 12:30 in the morning. Yeah. Or being ratio. There's always a name for everything. I'm doing really well, thank you for asking. How polite. I was meant to go to bed about an hour ago, and I've been being rudely delayed by people being entertaining and wanting to chat. And so it behooves me to just blame everyone else for the fact that I'm not sleepy. Yeah, I'm working on my free leveling guide that apparently just happens. It just what's the term I'm looking for? It will just manifest itself. Apparently, an hour after BC launches, according to some people. There's no need to do a paid guide. It's just straight up. It's just gonna magically appear if I wait. So I don't know why I'm even bothering. It materialized out of fairy dust. It softly falls into my lap 1 hour after launch. That's exactly right. It's my favorite thing. Like, I love it. Like, my God, you know, I can go like polo. I can go play polo or jump out of a plane, or go water skiing. Like, I don't need to sit here and do them now. Apparently they're just gonna manifest themselves. It's fucking amazing. Quite possibly the best news I've had all year. I'm gonna be horribly disappointed if it doesn't happen. What's that? Ice Gotten? Isn't this the guide right here? Just watch 8 hours of content. Yeah, that's right. I am joking about the BC guide is actually free. I'm not charging for it anymore. I'm referring more to the fact that when Classic came out, I created an enormous guide for 1 to 60 for Alliance side, which was a paid guide. But thanks to the very generous Patreons and sponsors that we had over the period of time that we created that guide, it actually like funded pretty much any other guide after that to be free, including like the classic guide's free now as well. But it takes a lot of work. It takes thousands of hours of work to actually create one when you've got like 100, 120, 130 hours worth of leveling. It's like 85 pages, and you got to test it. And some genius was like, oh, I don't understand why anyone why people would make paid guides. You can get one for free an hour after launch, blah blah blah. Yeah, I do normally make guides, my friend. I'm not someone that can make guides about everything, but about leveling. I like to make routing that the average player can like get through the world quests pretty efficiently, and without too much difficulty. Yeah, but yeah, someone's like going, oh, there's like, there's free guides, and he's right, there's free guides. You know where those free guides come from? They come from rebooting the paid guides that someone lifted. I'm not even joking. I just like my jaw just dropped when I like saw this tweet. I was just like, oh my god, why? So I don't know if any of you guys ever played like private servers, like vanilla servers. There used to be an add-on called Vanilla Guide that everyone used for questing on vanilla servers, mainly because it was, the best routing that was out there, both Horde and Alliance side. And you could use the add-on for free in-game, and it was a great add-on. I used it too. But the fact remains that, like Horde side, the routing they used was Joanna's, which was the paid guide, and Alliance side it was Brian Cop's, which was also a paid guide. Never use one. You like to explore and find out things yourself. Actually like playing the game. Yeah, me too. I never set out to start writing leveling guides for the classic versions of the game. It just started as wanting to work on getting to level 60 first when classic came out. And so I started working on routing and practicing, and I never played Hunter until I started working on speedrunning WoW Classic got launched, and I started writing this route out because it's over 100 hours worth of work to get to 60. I had a lot of them memorized, but I wrote it all down because you know what it's like when you're tired. You don't trust your own memory, especially when you're a little older, like myself. And then it was Josh at Countdown to Classic. He was like, oh, you know, you should make that like a paid guide. So you can blame him for me converting it into a guide, or praise him, depending on what your point of view is. But he's the reason I ended up turning it into a full-blown guide. Well, it was 2 people's work at the end of it, myself and Umbra, who is a person and not a cat, like this one here. Can't really see his name on this red. So much red on fire, oh my god. So it was a 2-person job at the end, mainly because this may come as a surprise. I have no sense of direction. Like, I knew where I was going, but if you asked me to tell you where it was, I might say northwest when I meant southeast. So I would write the routing out and Umbra would fix it so other people could actually follow it. I also have a bad habit of writing vague directions that I understand, but are of no use to anyone else. So there was a fair bit of that to be fixed as well. Need one more set of beads. So if I have a look at because I'm writing the routing as we speak for BC 60 to 70. So my directions in Zangomarsh here say go to finish my hydras and eels on way back to town, go to Cenarian Refuge, turn in quests, get follow-ups, restock, do crowflies, go to Deadmire and complete quests here. And to me that makes perfect sense because I know exactly what I need to do when I'm there, and you would get there and go, what the fuck, Ali, you're an idiot and I don't understand any of this, you suck. 0 out of 5. So of course had to get changed to something that people could follow. Here we go again. This is going to be this thing where this like last lot of beads just isn't going to... Do I have them all? Let's check. Alright, so that's why it's not dropping. So Questy in beta is still in a very basic state. It's very buggy. We're doing a lot of fixes. Alright. Anyone here in short-term memory what were we talking about? No, I don't know. Not either. I hear you 110%. Alright, so here's a skip for you. This is where we're at. Pools of Aganar. If you're doing Macabre Post and you got to do this quest, instead of going all the way around here, you can just drop down. So you just got to get to this dark spot here and aim for this dark spot here and just do this. And then I'll just heal up a little bit because then its drop will kill you otherwise. And then see where it's dark there? You kind of just want to go towards that like this. And then you'll survive. And then just bandage up here. Drop down here. And the benefit is that you end up right in the thick of all these stupid mobs that you've got to get. You don't have to like... Oh, my growl's off. I'll be wondering why I've been getting aggro. I definitely recommend. So yeah, I ended up, I wrote the guides and we released it before launch for people to use. Tested it in the beta, blah blah blah. It worked really well. We got so much support that I ended up feeling a little bit guilty and I ended up making it available for free. It wasn't a huge amount, but like it was just it was enough to, like, you know, cover a bit of our time and effort. Map movements like that is always the coolest part of the game for you, Ice. Yeah, I love it too. That and like getting like underneath the map, and it's not that you want to break the game, it's just kind of cool to see how the game actually lives underneath what you're supposed to see. I love it. The HC death compilations, not at the moment, just because I'm busy working on BC. I work full time, so there's only so many hours that I can devote to doing anything, and at the moment BC is a huge priority because I still need to finish testing the routing in beta, and we don't even have an add-on that's working to put the routing in. I'm kind of hoping we do, because that will just save me writing it all out, but if that doesn't happen then I have to write all that shit out. I will go back to doing some more compilation videos. I do a lot of video editing myself, just because it's cheaper that way, but for the HC compilations I actually get someone else to do those, that does like a professional edit. I could do them myself, I just don't have the time, to be honest, and he does a really nice job. He's pretty affordable, so I don't mind. Nice guy. I'm always on the lookout for people that could do stuff like that, just because like a lot of the time I'd rather pay someone to do it than it not get done. Sabi, you might be interested to know that we actually got a new podcast coming out in the next month. It's going to be Aussie based. It'll be Crazy and myself. Crazy's the GM of our retail guild and my co-host for the Chopper Drive each year. Here we go. Gonna end in tears. No, we're okay. Thought I wasn't going to get to the pet repair before got trashed. We've got a new podcast coming out. So I'll be co-hosting with Crazy, who's the GM of our retail guild. and he co-hosts the Chopper Drive fundraiser each year with me. It's going to be on classic and retail, but the main reason we're doing it is we just want to celebrate a few more of our oceanic stars. It'll have its own channel, but like it'll have like plenty of info and links on Twitch and Twitter for it as well. We've done the first interviews, so we're just in the middle of just crafting it together, but it'll be out on your normal podcast channels. But we've got a few interviews lined up there. We just did one with the guy that runs the Oceanic Facebook page. I've got one with Joanna at some stage when we both have some time to do an interview. We're also looking to talk to the GMs of some of our Oceanic Classic guilds that are like World Top 10, and same with retail. We actually have Oceanic guilds that compete in the Mythic Invitationals, and also we're in the World First Race on retail. So we wanna get to know those guys a little bit better. They tend not to get a lot of love here in Oceania. It will make a nice change of pace from the same guys that you hear about all the time. There also may or may not be, according to rumour, a video coming up in the not too distant future of our attempts to make banana beef pudding, which is a legit recipe on retail, which no doubt is going to taste as disgusting as it sounds, but we're going to have a crack. Let's see, what do I need? Have I got all of them? Like it? Hoping I've got all of it. Wegener. Other one. But, yeah, no worries, mate. I'm gonna finish up in a minute as well. I'm just gonna hop out of here, and then I'm gonna go get some sleep. It's 1 a.m. I gotta work tomorrow. We're gonna finish this run tomorrow night. But thanks for dropping in. Take this all the way back to the temple. An AM there. Well, we did a bit more than I thought we'd do. Good 3 hours today, so I'm pretty happy about that. Gonna turn these quests in, and then we're gonna park this for the evening. Guy to tramp over in his little skirt with his tail hanging out. I'll stop talking to him so I can get the quest. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it there for the evening. We'll stop the timer and pick that up again tomorrow night. We'll keep the push out to 64 for now. Am I gonna raid someone? Who should I raid? What do you reckon? Look. Let's have a look and see who's on. No worries, Ice. See, is anyone doing anything in the beta? Apes is doing some heroics. Yeah, alright, let's raid LMGD. He's doing some heroics on the beta. I'm sure that'll be interesting to you guys. Thank you so much for dropping out. Dropping in. Good lord. Flash raid. LMGD1. That should work. No worries. Cheers, guys. Have a wonderful day. I will for sure. I will catch you guys later.